You are now tuned in to Heat Check with Ty Slatter and Antonio Turner, right here on GTA Sports Network. Follow GTA Sports Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as GTA Heat Check, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, GTA Sports, and check out GTASportsNet.com for all things in the world of sports. And we're back. It's Ty Slatter here with Antonio Turner on GTA Heat Check, brought to you by GTA Sports Network. Make sure you follow GTA Sports Network, GTA Heat Check on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, GTA Sports. And don't forget GTASportsNet.com for all things in the world of sports. Let's talk NFL. The QB Shuffle saga continues. Well, before we get to that, J.J. Watt, who found his way out of the prison formerly known as the Houston Texans.
Prison.
And I got that from Stephen A. Smith in Stephen A.'s world. He called it a prison. He said, they need to free my man Deshaun Watson. Let him out. Get him out of there. But we'll get to that conversation a little bit later in the segment. But right now, J.J. Watt, obviously, they put up his stats since 2011. He's been first in most of, if not all categories, tied second in others. So we're talking about a number one, number two option on defense. J.J. Watt, who some thought was going to go play for Pittsburgh with his brothers, ultimately decided Pittsburgh looks like a dumpster fire. I'm going to go to Arizona and play with my man D-Hop. Rumor has it, can't confirm this, but I'm pretty sure something to this happened. D-Hop reached out to JJ and said, let's finish what we started.
Yeah, he tweeted.
And I'm sure there was some recruitment involved on D-Hop's part to go ahead and say, look, we got something beautiful over here in Arizona. You go ahead and ride out in the sunset out here in Phoenix with us, you know.
I like that.
Let's see if we can make some magic happen in Phoenix. So I like it. I mean, me personally, I'm like, you know, I didn't expect it. I knew he was gonna go somewhere. I didn't know where.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, so I like it. I thought he was gonna go to like more of a championship contender.
That's what a lot of people were saying. They're like, well, there goes JJ Watt's chance to get a championship. I'm like, well, that's kind of cold.
It's not out the window because the Cardinals might be a year too off, but they on the rise.
They're there. They're
they should have been in the playoff. They got to get a little more experience out there. That's what it looked like. Because they went 8-8.
Yeah, there's some games in there. I think me and you watched a few of them towards the end of the season.
Yeah, a couple of games they shouldn't have lost.
They should have won. Yeah.
But no, I like it.
But you said yourself, if they had got there, they would have been a year or two too early.
Yeah, but
Kyler's only going into what, year 3?
Yeah, year 3, and JJ is a vet. He got a relationship with DeAndre Hopkins. Makes perfect sense. To me, he's going to be a great leader.
JJ Watt has the potential to be.
What him and DeAndre Hopkins and Deshaun Watson did in Houston.
Yeah.
They need statues built.
Yeah, no question.
They definitely do.
No question.
You got to realize they got John Jones' brother on the other side of JJ, Chandler Jones.
Yeah, Chandler Jones. That's the guy they was talking about. Yeah, Chandler Jones.
Yeah, that's John Jones' brother from MMA.
Okay.
Play out there. I mean, they got Patrick Peterson still out there, a veteran, been there his whole career. And the offense is already the offense. They don't need a lot more.
Larry Fitzgerald too.
They still got Larry Fitz. So Larry Fitz and JJ together.
Right.
A great combo. And they gave him $31 million. He wasn't getting that nowhere else.
That's what they said is okay. So he basically chose money over championships. I'm like, well, you gotta look at it like this. If JJ knows, look, I'm in the twilight of my career. This is probably my last big contract, pretty much my last one.
Yeah.
Because defensive players don't last that long at that position.
For him, he's had major injuries.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I literally about to just say that he's had a slew of injuries recently in the last few seasons. So financially it made sense. Let me go ahead and get the bag. I mean, because naturally a championship contender can't pay me that much.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Cardinals are going to the playoffs. So I mean,
it wasn't a bad choice.
In my opinion,
just wasn't.
People say the Cardinals are the worst team in that division. I don't think so.
I mean, no, not now. I mean, they were a few years ago. No.
I think even without JJ, they wouldn't. I think they were still going to the playoffs. So
no, I think, and you're right. I agree with that. I think honestly, the narrative is old. I think the Cardinals were the worst team in that division 2-3 years ago. They had to be in order to get Kyler Murray.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because every team goes through a bad phase in order to get great draft picks. That's just how this works.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
don't get a good, unless you're a team that knows how to make the right phone call and trade up to get a draft pick. Most teams that get great draft picks are like trash in order to get the draft pick.
Like the Ravens did.
Jaguars.
Yeah, Ravens did with Lamar.
Come on.
Because they didn't have no first round picks.
Yeah.
And they got Lamar Jackson.
My point exactly. So the narrative of, the Cardinals are the worst team in the NFC West. They were. I don't think they are now. If you ask me, the mighty have fallen. Seattle is arguably the worst team in the division now. And I feel weird saying that, but if we're being honest, Seattle's low-key the worst team out there now. Well, no. I'm saying if we're talking, huh?
Where Russell Wilson you think
they are? It can be debatable. It can be. I can make an argument for it.
True. Well, I think.
No, because look at this. Look at this. Seattle is old now.
True.
Their defense is old. That's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah. Well,
it's not like this ain't the Seattle.
Rams, so,
huh?
I'm gonna go with the Rams because Matthew Stafford ain't shown me nothing in 12 years.
That's fair. That's fair, but you can't say they're the worst because their defense can get them to Super Bowls, and they just recently got there.
Defense, but the Bears has been the third best, second and third best.
I understand that, but here's what I'm saying: if we're talking about, when's the last time Seattle got to the Super Bowl?
True.
And they had and on paper they had the talent to get there the last 3 seasons.
It's I think it could be anybody. It's up in the air for all four, to be honest. Because one of we're gonna get from the Niners from all the injuries. They all coming back from injury.
That's my thing. I have more faith and I don't want to say my take is biased, but it might be
a little bit.
Smidge.
Because
I still think with injury and returning from injury, the Niners are gonna be better than Seattle this year.
Well, see, the Niners have a great team, but the problem is they got the worst quarterback out of all four.
I think my Zoom is losing connection.
You heard what I said?
You just said that, and maybe it was a little choppy there. You just said that the Niners have the worst QB in the NFC West.
Out of all four quarterbacks.
I got something for you. How is he the worst QB in the NFC West when he's the only one in the NFC West that just recently went to the Super Bowl within the last 2 years?
Russ been the 2. Don't do that.
No. I said within the last 2 seasons, out of all the QBs in the NFC West, who just came from the Super Bowl?
But who's on trade block?
You see, that's a different situation. That's money. See, that's a
different situation now.
That's different. That's about money. That's about money.
That's about money.
That's a money situation.
If they get Deshaun Watson,
they know he's talented, and they know that there's another QB like Deshaun Watson on the table.
Watson. See, they get Deshaun Watson, then they go to the Super Bowl. That's the problem here.
You can go back to every Heat Check episode from our first season.
I know that you was on.
Let me finish. I never said that Jimmy Garoppolo was better than Deshaun Watson.
You better not. You would never say nothing ridiculous like that.
So you can't say that. Hold on.
Look, it's a toss. To me, it's a toss between him and Stafford as the worst too.
Yeah. So again, you can't disrespect Jimmy G in that sense. Now you can't say he's the worst QB in that NFC West because you got Matthew Stafford over there now.
Okay, it might be a toss-up between him and Stafford.
No, you can't say that now. Because statistically speaking, Jimmy G's done better than Matthew Stafford.
True.
So your argument is void now.
They gave Stafford 3 picks.
I understand, but that was them being generous.
Who being too generous?
And whose fault is that? That has nothing to do with Jimmy G's talent level.
They giving out Christmas presents.
Your argument was void the moment they sent Jared Goff to Detroit for Matthew Stafford and first-round picks and a third-round pick. That's when your argument was no longer valid. Jimmy G is better than Matthew Stafford, and I'm going to stand on that, and y'all can quote me on that. Jimmy G's better than Matthew Stafford. I'm going to prove it.
Hey, I already said I think the Rams
back that up.
Hey.
I got stats to back that up. Don't you ever say that to me again about the NFC West. Jimmy G can be the third best in there, and I'd rather you say that because right now Russ is still in Seattle.
Yeah, see, the problem is their teams make them look a lot better than what they probably are. Like the Rams are gonna make Matthew Stafford look really good,
and then the Niners are gonna make Jimmy G look good
because basically the Niners are the Rams, just a younger version.
That's fair.
Nick Bosa, all of them are young.
I disagree with that. The Niners the Niners receiving core is better than the Rams. Don't do that. Don't do that. You gonna put up most starting all in the running backs and all them?
No, running backs.
You go, huh?
No, the running backs are better than the Rams running backs, not the receivers. Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods are better than Debo and who else who are the other receivers? Debo Samuel is their best receiver. I'll give me Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Josh Reynolds.
Wow.
Now them y'all got like 5 running backs, and that's a little different.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the running backs is a little different.
Okay.
They got starting 5 running backs. But I'm saying on defensive side though, their defensive line is great. Rams defensive line is great. Rams and Niners defensive line is about the same. Secondary about the same. Jalen Ramsey, Richard Sherman, about the same.
Mike Shanahan's better than their coach.
Okay, I give you that. Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Mike Shanahan's dad.
The younger version of Mike Shanahan. You know who I was talking about. Yeah, that guy.
You that.
All right.
The baby. They both young. They both young head coaches. Both been in Super Bowls.
True. Both lost.
Both lost Super Bowls.
They basically.
Did they both lose to Brady too? No, one lost to Patrick Mahomes, one lost to Brady.
There you go. One lost to Brady's replacement.
They both lost to Goats.
They both lost to Goats. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
That's good. That's good. We can say that. One lost to Big Goat, one lost to Baby Goat. There you go. I just feel like the disrespect that Jimmy G has to see. So I just feel like, look here, man. He is too talented to be getting this much disrespect.
That was disrespectful?
Very.
Okay.
Because I don't think this will happen, but I believe if Jimmy G got moved from San Francisco to the Bears, I'm just throw that out there in the universe to see if it happens. But if he were to go to Chicago, he would make Chicago a dark horse contender.
Because they got great defense.
Yeah, that's what he plays with.
That's what I'm saying.
Now I don't know if Coach Nagy has the ability to make the best out of him. But because it's the same coach that said, I don't want Deshaun Watson, I'm gonna go get Trubisky out the draft. So his IQ might be in question. I don't know. You chose this guy over Deshaun. Now Deshaun's on the table again, and y'all can't get him to Chicago. Y'all can't get him sold on coming to Chicago when y'all had a chance to draft him. And you passed him.
Hey, Houston, if you do not trade this man,
he's not playing for y'all. He already said it. He came out and said to coach, I'm not playing. He told the coach
he's not playing. You can't strong arm somebody. It's not gonna happen.
You can't make him play.
You're gonna cost yourself money,
pretty much.
Draft picks, the future of your franchise.
Just get it over with. It looks bad for business. It's bad for business.
Take the best deal you can find. 3 picks or 2 picks in Tua. 2 first-round picks in Tua is over with. I'll take that deal right now.
So just send them to Miami and just get it over with?
I mean, that's the best deal.
That's the best deal out there right now? What about the Jets?
I don't know if that's a deal, but if I am Miami, you want 2 and 2 first rounders? All right, there you go. The Jets, how badly you want Sam Darnold? It just depends on how badly if they like Sam Darnold or not.
I don't think Sam Darnold's a bad quarterback. I just think
He's not, but I'm taking 2 over Sam Darnold.
I think he was just put in a bad situation.
Exactly. But I'm taking 2 over Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold has an extra year of experience under his belt, though.
I'm taking Tua. Tua's looked better in his 1 year.
Don't send Tua to Houston, please. Lord, don't send Tua to Houston, please. I do not want to see that man end up in a dumpster fire. Please, please don't send that man to Houston.
It'll be a new and fresh start.
For who?
No, they be rebuilding. No, you getting 2 picks. We getting some more first round picks to help.
I just don't. I don't like Tua in Houston.
Is no state income taxes the same as Florida?
I know you're trying to make it sound good, but we're talking about McNair.
Hey, I love Texas, man. I got family.
About McNair. That's the owner. That's what we're talking about right now. That's the issue.
You ain't got to talk to him, man.
It's like when they try to get Kyrie and KD to go to the Knicks, they're like, okay, but who's your owner? Yeah, we're not going over there with him.
Right.
We don't like him.
It's a Patriots guy though that runs the organization, GM Nick, whatever his name is, Costanzo.
That's cool, but I just don't like Tua going to Houston. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair.
Hey, somebody got paid. Somebody got paid
for it.
Somebody got to do it.
Sam Darnold over there. I was Sam down there. I know.
Somebody got paid for it.
Don't send one of my quarterbacks that I like to watch down to Houston. That's all I ask. Send somebody I don't care about.
For, man.
You can send. This is gonna sound crazy. I know it ain't gonna happen. I got one for you.
You can't say it with straight face.
You can send Cam down to Houston.
He ain't going.
I know he ain't.
He ain't going.
I know he ain't. He'll probably retire. He'll probably retire.
He retire. I'll quit. I will leave. I'll quit. I'm a free agent, so I'm definitely not picking Houston.
Yeah.
It's different when you're a free agent. You can pick your destination.
Yeah, things are different when you're a free agent. Send Trubisky down to Houston.
Whatever.
I wouldn't care.
I think he's a free agent too, so I mean, true. They can't even trade.
Oh, that sucks. That's right. They didn't pick up his option.
Exactly. I don't think the Bears. That's why the Bears ain't gonna get Deshaun because they ain't got nobody to offer.
They ain't got nobody to offer.
I don't want Nick Foles that badly.
You know what, Nick Foles? He can go to Houston. I wouldn't mind.
Or first round picks with him. You gotta give me 4 first round picks.
He said 4. They got 4?
Every year for the next 4 years.
Huh?
Every year for the next 4 years, I need all them picks.
Damn.
If you give me Nick Foles, I need every pick. This might not work. Nick Foles ain't no starting quarterback. I don't want no non-starting quarterback. It's my starting quarterback.
That's cold. He said, I need 4 for the next 4 years. I need a 4 for 4.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cold.
Mm-hmm.
That's cold.
That's right.
That's a hefty tag. Can Miami give Houston Ryan Fitzpatrick? Can we give you him?
Now he a free agent.
Damn.
Ryan Fitz is a free.
I don't want you to get man. I know Miami looking at it like looking at their chops like, man, I would love to get Deshaun Watson down here in Miami, boy.
Right.
I know they looking at their chops like we want him bad, but I don't want to give up Tua. That's the future. I don't want to give up Tua for that. I don't want to do that. Deshaun Young, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I just don't want to send somebody as talented as Tua has that it factor. If he stays in Miami, he gonna be the face of he gonna be the next Dan Marino. Like I got this weird feeling. If Tua don't get hurt, knock on wood. If Tua stays healthy,
the next damn
same way Patrick Mahomes.
You know what type of pressure that is?
I get it, but I feel like Tua has that marketing ability to be the next big thing out of Miami. That next big, like the Dan Marino. That's the last QB that Miami had. That was the
only QB they had ever had. That was ever worth talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody else has. Tannehill couldn't even light a candle next to that dude. And he looked good in Tennessee, but he didn't look like this in Miami though.
At all. That's why he got lucky.
I think Tua, if he stays and develops with Flores and they work out their relationship and build that bond the same way Andy Reid and Patrick, like same way Dungy and Peyton, the same
But
way Sean
my thing,
Payton and Drew
but I think
Brees,
Deshaun Watson would elevate him.
Belichick and Brady, Bruce Arians and Brady, like that. If he can get that same type of development, I just think Tua could be nice in
Miami.
Miami.
But Deshaun go down there tomorrow. You putting them at least in the AFC Championship.
So Tua can't get him to the division.
Not next year.
Where's your faith, man? Where's your faith, man? Why are you so anti-Tua? What is this?
I'm not anti-Tua. I like Tua. He need a year or two left, a couple more years. He not on the Deshaun Watson level. Deshaun is a superstar.
Send Deshaun to Philly then, and then they can send Jalen Hurts to Houston. That's cold.
That's what you're gonna do too. You're gonna do that. Hurt. You couldn't even say it with a straight face.
I just don't want to see Tua go to Houston, man.
Hey, Houston, we got
say that, man. Somebody please stop the madness. Don't send Tua to Houston.
We have a problem.
Please don't send him to Houston. Yeah. But moving on. Of course, I brought up Cam Newton earlier. My whole anti-Houston rant. Cam is still reported to go to either Washington or stay in New England for another season. According to reports, Belichick loves Cam, always has.
I know.
Ever since he was a Panther, ever since the MVP season, that's his guy. So he wants him to come back. I believe you told me last week that Robert Kraft may not want to bring Cam back.
Yeah, it depends on And granted, Belichick is the GM too, so he can do it once.
But he got to get the approval from Kraft though.
Kraft probably man, they got he probably trusts him to a point.
So let's say Cam comes back next year and pulls off goes from 7-9 to like a 9-7, 10-6. Do they re-up and sign him again? Or do they remove him and go get somebody younger?
So I think if he signs with New England, it's a 1-year deal. If he signs with Washington, he will get at least a 2 or 3 year deal with him.
I agree because they're releasing Alex Smith once the what date was that you said? The 17th?
March 17th, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's already been reported that they're going to release Alex Smith. He's
well, out. The report was he wants to be released anyway. He felt disrespected.
Really?
He came out and he said something to the Athletic about his leg. They were so scared to play him, they did not want to play him, but they didn't have no choice.
He took that personal?
He took it personal because they were not they did not want him to play at all.
Can you blame him?
Huh?
Can you blame the team for that?
I can't blame him.
I wouldn't want to play him either.
I know, but he said he literally took it because he thought he meant more to him. That's all.
I mean, he does. That's why they didn't want him to get hurt. I think his ego might be hurt more than anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His ego was hurt when he was like, I felt like they didn't want me to practice or nothing.
I mean,
he was like, as I'm rehabbing like separately, they didn't want me to come into the facility to practice. I was cute. I had the clipboard, the headset, third string.
He said he had the headset and what?
The headset and the clipboard on the sideline because he was third string.
They didn't want him to get hurt. I don't think that's a bad call. In fact, I would be more disappointed in the athletic directors or the department that, the health department within the franchise if they went ahead and just threw him out there. I wouldn't.
He felt like they thought he was done ever playing.
We all did.
I know.
We saw the injury.
No, he was coming back. They didn't think he was going to come back.
We didn't.
I know.
The whole league thought he was done.
You know how I felt.
The whole league thought you said that man got to get hit twice for me to even think about putting him on the field come game time. He got to take at least 2 hits.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Washington for doing what they do because I would have done.
No, I'm not either. In fact, I think he's wrong for coming at them sideways like that.
I'm just telling you that's how Alex Smith felt. No, that's what
they didn't have to bring him back.
Well, they did because he's making $30 million.
No, I'm saying like I would have found a way to just dead cap it or something because
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, that's why they're gonna release him now.
So how
But
many
yeah, he
years
said
he
he
have
felt
left on his
disrespect.
contract? Was he a free agent?
No, he's not. He wasn't.
How many years he have left?
He probably had 1 year left.
Oh, okay. It wasn't that bad. That then
Yeah, but
they
yeah,
ain't
he
gonna
said
take that much of a hit
that's
this
what he
year.
said. That's what he said. I'm just saying
Huh?
what Alex said. I don't blame Washington at all because I wouldn't play them at all either.
No.
Alex Smith only played because of injuries and Deshaun Haskins.
They literally had no other choice. They had to play him.
Kyle Allen got hurt. Dwayne could not start for exact. Dwayne Haskins was a terrible option. Apparently, they started him, and then he go to they bring in strippers. You gonna force me? You force my hand, huh?
I'm gonna choose the one-legged QB Alex Smith over you because I can't keep you out the strip clubs.
And you bring strippers to your
Bringing
apartment.
strippers to the whole park. Let's move
Go
on.
ahead, give me Alex Smith, man.
Speaking of Haskins, let's ask this question for the media since I asked it off the air. Will Haskins start with the Steelers next season? For Mike Tomlin.
I don't think so. I wouldn't start.
No starts? No starts next year?
Not at the end of the year, at least.
So you're saying yes, just not right away.
No, it wouldn't be on purpose. It would be an injury or they don't need it, depending on what they do at quarterback. It's a funny feeling. I got a Big Bill's going to take the pay cut. I got a feeling he's going to do it.
Well, here's the thing. It's not even about him taking a pay cut because he's already confirmed in multiple interviews.
Well, I think he'll take the least he could take.
He's willing to do that. The question is, does the team take the risk and re-sign him again when they can just let him go?
The owner said he wants Big Ben in for 2021. The Rooney.
Is that the same article that where they got him saying that well, I guess it was the same article because it was basically saying
I saw it. No,
he's still a part of the team.
He's still a part of the team, and we want him for 2021. That's what the owner said. Owner GM, one of them said it.
Rooney's the owner, ain't
he? Yeah, Rooney's. I think it was Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Rooney.
Okay. So
but he's been there 20 years. So what else?
I know Rooney has a thing of not wanting to reset his franchise and they keep just
because they don't. Yeah.
Plug in, plug out pieces.
That's what they are. They're a plug-in team.
You know, I would not play Big Ben this year.
I mean, I wouldn't either. I mean, I think that's might be the only option. No, that's the only Dwayne Haskins and Mason Rudolph's not an option.
So why are they still on the team? Why would you sign somebody that's not an option? That I don't understand.
I mean, Mason they already drafted. We seen what Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, Mason's better at throwing helmets than he is throwing passes.
I mean, they gotta get the shot Dwayne Haskins here, right? Before he even play the football. He might go to scout team before he can play him.
He might do what?
Play on scout team.
Wow.
I mean, what's the name is a great motivator, so that helps.
Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin. Yeah, Mike Tomlin's a great coach, motivator to young players. So that might help. But I don't see Dwayne being the starter week one. It's not going to happen.
I don't see the Steelers making 11-5. Last year was a fluke. They confirmed it when the way they got beat by the Browns first round wild card. That
you got a quarterback options though. That's the problem.
That let me know right then and there they're not going 11-5 next year.
The Steelers are in the same boat as the Patriots. They ain't got a lot of money. They cap strong right now.
So why don't they just let Big Ben go so they have some more money to spend?
I mean, that's gonna help a little bit. They still gonna be cap strong. They ain't gonna have no money getting no real quarterback.
They let Juju go, right? Juju's leaving, so don't they got some money there?
I think he's gonna be a free agent
though. Oh, so it don't affect their cap.
Next year they gotta pay TJ Watt, JJ Brother, and Minka Fitzpatrick. The best two defenders, they gotta pay both of them. James Conner, a free agent, the running back. He's the greatest running back.
Y'all can let Ebron go. Don't pay that man.
You know how we feel about Ebron.
You know how I feel about Ebron.
You know how I feel about Ebron. He did nothing. He had 1 good year with the Colts and 3 half good years with Detroit. All Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, the Steelers are definitely in a.
I got a feeling that Big Ben's gonna take the least he can, and they're gonna leave him see 1 more year. If it don't work, all right, you gone.
So they're gonna get 1 more shot.
I got a feeling because of what he means to the Steelers.
I mean, yeah, he got you 2 rings, first ballot Hall of Famer, him and Mike Tomlin, all that good stuff. It's all good, but y'all gotta take old Yeller out back. Time to take old Yeller out to the back, man.
Take him outside.
Take him back outside, man. Take him out of his misery. Last but not least, Russell Wilson. I mentioned him a little bit earlier today in our NFC West conversation about the increase of defense in the NFC West. The fact that Russell Wilson is the most sacked quarterback actively right now, over 100 sacks per season. The Seattle Seahawks are no longer the Titans of the NFC West that they once was with the Legion of Boom. Beast Mode is no longer, he's doing Dorito commercials now, Lay's commercials now. You know, so of course the league has changed so much since Seattle was on top, right? So I'm hearing rumblings. Obviously, the last time we talked about Russ, we mentioned the Cowboys, the Saints, the Bears. There was one more team. It was Saints, Bears, Cowboys. I can't remember the 4th one. Raiders. There you go. Vegas. Boom. Okay. So out of those 4 teams, the most rumbling I'm hearing right now, ironically, is the Chicago Bears.
They need a quarterback.
Badly. My question to you is, if you're Chicago, you understand Russ has 1 more year on his contract?
Something like that. I don't know.
1 or 2? 1 or 2?
1 or 2, yeah.
What are you willing to give up to Seattle to get Russ?
Whatever. How many picks you want? 4 first rounders? Okay.
4 first rounders for the next 4 seasons?
Yeah.
You making that call? You pulling that trigger?
If that's what they want. I mean, their defense ain't no joke in Chicago. Not getting younger. Khalil, if you don't get do something soon, Khalil gonna, hey, yo. You gotta go. I gotta go. Y'all wasting my prime. Y'all wasting me, man.
Right. So I think the best situation out of those teams right now, unless you can make Dallas make sense to me, because I know you don't want to see him in Dallas.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Dallas makes perfect sense, but I mean, because they, huh?
Like, you gotta trade them. You gotta trade. Give me what, a pick, 1 first rounder, and that. If you're the Seahawks, you take that immediately.
I don't even. That's the thing.
Immediately.
Dak and Russ are the same money, so you're not like. I mean, you're getting.
You sign Dak to a long-term deal as soon as you make the trade.
Right. Like 5-year deal immediately.
Like as soon as he gets off the plane. I got the contract right here. Here you go.
That's 5-year deal right there. Boom, lock them in.
5 years. You want to see what 5 years, 2 money? Oh, you want to see 20? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah. Right.
Hey, we make 300 against Super Bowl.
Facts. Because Pete Carroll ain't getting no younger either.
Yeah, Dak 26 years old. Get out of here.
Pete can ride off into the sunset with Dak.
Exactly.
Russ is getting older. Russ ain't as young as Dak.
But it makes it. But with the Cowboys, they got all the talent, all the receivers in the world you need. He ain't losing that bad much in receiver for.
The only thing Dallas has to improve that I seen last year, their offensive line is horrendous.
Well, yeah, they got old and retired. They had the best O-line like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know. A lot has changed in 2 years.
One retired. One almost got forced retired because of his injury. And then the other one's got injured.
Yeah, if you land Russell Wilson, the first thing he gonna get off the plane is ask you is what we doing with the O-line? Because in the draft, I need O-lines. I need defense. I need protection.
The other report is if Drew Brees does retire, Russ, there's a good chance he could go to New Orleans.
I did hear that.
There's a good chance.
And I'm gonna tell you right now,
yeah.
if that happens, if he ends up going to New Orleans, not that I didn't see it. I was more or less hoping Jameis could get a chance to actually be a starter again. But I know for a fact if that happens, he backing up Russ.
Yeah. But the most intriguing one to me is the Raiders.
I don't even think it's gonna happen. I don't think.
That's intriguing though.
I don't think the league is gonna allow it to happen.
I know how Al Davis, his son Mike. I think Mike Davis, whatever his son's name is. I can't think of it right now. I think it's Mike Davis.
The son of Al Davis. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, John Gruden. Oh, I know how they run.
If they find a way to get Russ,
what's name is good. Derek Carr is a good quarterback.
Oh yeah, better than his brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's way better.
It won't be a bad consolation prize for Seattle to get Derek Carr. Not a bad consolation.
No. Seattle, unfortunately, if they do the deal with that's why the Dallas Cowboy deal makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Because if they're still trying to compete, then you get Dak. If you're trying to rebuild, Derek Carr works, Trubisky works, because he'll be looking for a job.
Right.
Not that Chicago's gonna trade him, but they're gonna, let him go. He'll be open, he'll be out there and open. So if Seattle wants to still compete in the NFC West, you go get Dak.
Yeah, I think for Russell's brand, because that's what they're reporting is it's more than football. Why he said the Raiders and the Cowboys.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course. The Bear move made more sense because he wants to go into management and possibly ownership.
Yeah, the problem with the Bears to me is the weather.
Yeah.
You playing out, that's a different type of cold, man.
It is.
I know you played at Wisconsin and North Carolina State, but I know it's different type of cold out there, man.
Windy City ain't no joke in the wintertime.
When you hit end of October, early November, different type of cold.
You don't want to be out there like that.
Like we think it's cold in Indianapolis, different type of cold in Chicago.
Different type of cold out there.
It bully you out there. You go outside, you get smacked by wind.
The wind off that water, off Lake Erie and all that.
Mm-hmm. That's different type of weather out there.
Different type of cold out there.
I know that.
I know you don't want it to happen. You made it very clear you don't want it to happen, but I would like to see what Russ does in Dallas if he does go.
That makes them pretty much.
It makes the best. That's the best case scenario for Seattle.
I would almost kind of put them at least in the NFC Championship.
That's the best case because then what happens is you got Russ going up
Super Bowl or bust.
Huh?
Super Bowl or bust.
Oh, in Dallas? Oh yeah. He went from one contender to another contender, a younger, more hungry contender. Dallas, the fans, the players, the franchise, they are hungry for another chip. And with Russ, you're putting yourself in position to make that happen a lot sooner. The matchups against Dallas and Philly would be crazy. Mm-hmm. With Russ as your QB going up against Jalen Hurts, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man, that rivalry get ugly real quick.
Right.
And those Thanksgiving matchups, when they go against Washington, let it be Cam Newton versus Russ. That's a matchup because Washington's defense is actually good now.
Right.
And on offense, they got Terry McLaughlin. Let's not forget about him.
Oh yeah.
So Washington actually is a good team right now that just needs a quarterback that can lead them past the wild card.
Yeah.
Because they got to the wild card last year off of pretty much, I don't want to say luck, but they got to the wild card last year. And nobody expected them to get to the wild card last year. They managed to get to the wild card last year with a horrible record, might I add. Can't forget about that. Like the Washington football team actually made it to the playoffs with a horrible record last year.
They did.
So imagine what they'll do next year with Chase Young, hungry after what happened. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that, and just that whole situation there. I just feel like Washington's it's low key. Washington's on the rise. They need to come up with a damn football.
Yeah, they go.
That might help their chances of winning more if they come up with a damn football name. Calling on the football team just don't feel right. But
You don't.
well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We gave him more than enough to marinate on. Tone, let me know what you find yet, man.
Instagram tone_fresh 08.
You can follow me at Ty Slide on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. GTA Sports Network, GTA's Heat Check, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to YouTube channel, GTA Sports. And don't forget GTAsports.com for all things in the world of sports. This is Ty Slatter. I'm Tony Turner. We out.